What if I told you that poverty is not about money? That the real reason most people stay broke their entire lives has nothing to do with how hard they work or how much they earn? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will completely change the way you see money, success, and yourself. The first reason poor people stay poor is the most uncomfortable one. It is the way they think about money. Wealthy people see money as a tool, something to be built, invested, and multiplied. But most poor people were raised to see money as something that comes and goes. Money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. Rich people are just lucky. These words, heard over and over as a child, become beliefs, and beliefs become your reality. If deep down you believe you are not meant to be wealthy, you will unconsciously make decisions that keep you exactly where you are. The first step to breaking out of poverty is not finding a better job. It is changing what you believe is possible for you. The second reason is one most people refuse to talk about. Poor people are comfortable being uncomfortable. What do I mean? They get used to struggling. They accept it as normal. They stop fighting back. Every month the money runs out. And instead of changing something, they wait for next month to do the same thing again. Comfort is the enemy of progress. The wealthiest people in the world are uncomfortable every single day. They take risks. They fail. They try again. But the person stuck in poverty chooses the safety of a struggle they already know, over the fear of a change they don't. Ask yourself honestly, have you gotten comfortable with your own struggle? The third reason is the hardest to hear, but the most important. You become the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. If everyone around you is broke, struggling, and thinking small, their mindset will become your mindset. Not because they are bad people, but because humans naturally adapt to their environment. The people closest to you will either lift you up or quietly pull you back down. This doesn't mean you abandon your family or friends. It means you must be intentional about who you listen to, who you take advice from, who you spend your energy on. Find people, even online, who are where you want to be. Study them, learn from them. Let their thinking challenge yours. Your network is your net worth. The fourth reason poor people stay poor is this: they choose today's pleasure over tomorrow's freedom. New clothes instead of savings. Eating out instead of investing. Entertainment instead of education. Wealthy people delay gratification. They sacrifice what feels good now for what will feel great later. Every time you choose short-term pleasure over long-term gain, you are choosing to stay exactly where you are. One small decision at a time is either building your future or destroying it. And the final reason, the one that ties everything together: poor people don't invest in knowledge, not because they can't, but because they were never taught that knowledge is an asset. The most valuable thing you can do with your time is learn. Learn about money. Learn about business. Learn about how wealth is built. The information is free. YouTube, books, podcasts, all of it. Available to anyone with a phone and internet connection. The difference between the wealthy and the poor is not access. It is the decision to use it. Poverty is not a life sentence. It is a pattern, and patterns can be broken. Change your mindset. Get comfortable with discomfort. Choose your circle carefully. Delay gratification, and never stop learning. The life you want is not out of reach. It is on the other side of the decisions you make today. The question is, are you ready to make them? If this video spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Subscribe to Rise and Ignite for videos every week that will change the way you think. I'll see you in the next one.